Benny O'Regan. I'm from Kilkenny and I'm also the founder and coach of the Kilkenny Spartans Volleyball Club.
Oh, so that's why you have this ball, nice ball.
Indeed, yes. Volleyball has been part of my adult life for so long. I started when I left Kilkenny to go to university, up to Dublin. Decided to pick a society and a club that may be of interest to me. Volleyball was my first port of call for something I haven't tried in Kilkenny.
Does your ball has a name?
My ball is called Mi Casa, which is like everybody's home. It's Spanish for my house. So whenever people want to come and play volleyball with me, they're coming into my house, but they're always open invites if they want to come in and take part in a fun, inclusive sport like I have done for the last 20 years, yeah.
I think Kilkenny is a place where you can play volleyball.
Anywhere is a place where you can play volleyball. One of the reasons why I established the Spartans Volleyball Club in 2018, I'd done so much with playing either for Ireland or with clubs in Dublin or Cork that I thought it was time to give back to my hometown something that was missing from my childhood and teenage years that now I found to be a big part of my life. Whether it's playing the sport, refereeing, coaching, helping out, assisting in any regard, that it does bring up a strong, inclusive community. And this is the mission as what I wanted to do in terms of establishing this volleyball club. Because it's important for people to know that we all want that sense of belongingness, a place to be included, a sense of purpose within life, that that we can have a pleasant distraction and hang around people of a similar mindset or of a similar interest, and having volleyball as the excuse to do so is what I've always tried to achieve. So this is my way of giving back to the community. My desire is to be able to create 8-year-old versions of me that are residing and based in Kilkenny, and to be able to give them something that I didn't have when I was growing up.
What kind of person you are?
I would like to think that that I've humbled myself from going outside my box, that from getting out of Kilkenny, that meeting people from different walks of life, whether it may be in university, whether it's in work or any other aspect within life, that you end up crossing paths, that you get to understand a different perspective of how people end up getting there, especially an international perspective where they're not in their home comforts and they would have to start on the front foot by embracing and assimilating into new culture or country that they've assigned themselves to. Became more comfortable and more confident through the game of volleyball to not be afraid of interacting with people, but more so to embrace the situation or the environment that has been created for me. It's always great, especially when I go abroad, that oh, you're Irish, and then already I'm starting off on a positive foot. But ultimately, when you've dealt with so many people from the same countries or whatever, you look for something more, and it comes within the substance, within the person themselves, but also respect, dignity and genuinity. Then a lot of good things can happen to you. Kilkenny has done everything, a lot of things in particular, to encourage a diversified range of activities, whether it's recreational activities or groups or societies or support groups. When people think of Kilkenny in Ireland, they think of hurling. When they think of Kilkenny abroad, they think of the beard. There's two good starting points to encourage different times, both domestic tourists and an international tour. Where we are right now here in Butler Gardens is probably where I'm at my most ease. Why? Because everything around me is all being one with nature. Like we're sitting here at a pond with all this vegetation growing out of it. But most importantly, has always been like a hut to sit down and relax, and just to have the sunrise hitting the face and hitting my face when I sit into it. And it's coming over Butler House right here. Knowing that, I'm just realizing the simple little things, that I'm able to breathe in and breathe out without any stress.
What's your word for Kilkenny?
Kilkenny has a lot of good things going for it in terms of environment and recycling, and it's been shown in the awards, especially for if they're always going to be up there nominated for Tidy Towns Awards on an annual basis, and that will also include any of the nearby neighbouring county villages, whether it's Thomastown, Inistioge, Gore, and they all have won different prizes or another. But I often find that Kilkenny does have a good quality of life, good clean air, You know, it's easy to walk around. It's not pressurized or anything like that. But you can make them, like with anything in life, you can make as most or as little as you want out of anything. And I feel that once you're able to, you know, take your own initiative, that anything can be possible. And it's only perfect that this is when I set up my own initiative from everything I've learned as a young adult, that I'm able to bring it back to Kilkenny in something that I really, really like. Spartans Volleyball Club, a social club with a volleyball problem. Isn't that right, Spartans?